Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm so glad you're here today. Have you ever found yourself feeling uneasy or anxious when you hear about prophetic events or life-changing moments that are meant to happen? Maybe it's the thought of the unknown or just the sheer weight of the events unfolding before us. It's something we have all experienced at one point or another, whether it's hearing a prophetic message or sensing that a major shift is coming your way. The question is, how do we prepare ourselves mentally for such events? How do we make sure that we remain grounded and calm when the world feels like it's shifting beneath us? In this video, we're diving deep into the topic of how to mentally prepare for prophetic events. Now, you may be wondering, why is it so important to focus on mental preparation when it comes to prophecies or life-changing moments? Well, let me tell you, it's because our mindset plays a crucial role in how we experience and navigate through these transformative events. When we're faced with something that feels bigger than ourselves, something that challenges our faith or understanding of the world, our mental state can either make us or break us. For those of us who believe in divine signs or prophetic messages, it's even more important. These prophecies, whether they come through dreams, visions, or the words of others, can stir up feelings of uncertainty, fear, or even excitement. We might feel as though we're being called to do something important, something significant, but the weight of that responsibility can feel overwhelming. We may begin to question, am I ready for this? How do I prepare myself for what's ahead? This is where mental preparation becomes key. It's about more than just hearing a prophecy and waiting for it to come true. It's about setting ourselves up mentally and emotionally for what's to come. It's about developing the tools we need to stay strong in our faith, to remain calm amidst the chaos, and to be able to face these events with a clear and steady mind. When we prepare ourselves mentally, we build resilience. We develop the ability to navigate through uncertainty with confidence, to face challenges without fear, and to trust that whatever unfolds, we're not alone. Whether the event is personal, like a shift in our career or relationships, or something on a larger scale that affects the entire world, being mentally prepared allows us to stay grounded. It gives us the strength to not only survive, but to thrive through the changes. So why exactly should we focus on mental preparation for prophetic events? The truth is, prophetic events often come with a lot of emotional baggage. There's a lot of anticipation, fear of the unknown, and sometimes even doubt. But if we don't mentally prepare for these events, we risk being overwhelmed by our emotions. This could lead to anxiety, indecision, and a lack of clarity when it's most needed. That's why it's so important to actively work on developing a mindset that can handle uncertainty, trust in the process, and remain calm no matter what the future holds. I'll be sharing practical tips on how to mentally prepare for these events, how to cultivate inner peace and resilience, and how to stay grounded in your faith. By the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to face prophetic events with clarity, confidence, and a sense of purpose. But before we get started, if you haven't already, I'd love for you to hit that like button, share this video with anyone who might find it helpful, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all of our content on faith, prophetic insights, and mental preparation for life's big changes. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on the valuable tips and discussions we have planned for the future. Let's get started on this journey of mental preparation for prophetic events together. And let's make sure that no matter what comes our way, we're ready for it. When we talk about prophetic events, what exactly are we referring to? Prophetic events are those occurrences that are believed to be foretold or predicted, often linked to future happenings that have not yet come to pass. These events could range from personal experiences to larger global shifts. They often stir a sense of anticipation and even fear. But understanding what they are and how they manifest can provide us with the insight needed to prepare mentally for the impact they might have on our lives. Prophetic events can take many forms. They might be global occurrences that shape the course of history, such as natural disasters, societal upheavals, or significant shifts in world order. They could also be more personal, like life-changing events that you feel are somehow foretold or divinely inspired. At their core, prophetic events are those moments in time that are believed to be influenced by a higher power or force, whether it's God, the universe, or any other belief system you might adhere to. These events often carry an aura of inevitability, meaning they are seen as things that must happen, regardless of our actions. Global changes are one of the most common examples of prophetic events. These are large-scale events that impact the world as a whole. Some might interpret these events as signs of the times or fulfillments of prophecy from religious texts such as natural disasters, political upheavals, or economic collapses. For example, the rise of certain world leaders or global movements could be seen as the fulfillment of prophetic messages from various religious traditions. These events can be shocking and unsettling, but they also offer a sense of purpose and significance for those who believe they are a part of a greater divine plan. They may signal a new chapter in human history, the dawning of a new age, or a period of trials and tribulations before the ultimate fulfillment of a divine promise. On the other hand, we also have natural disasters, earthquakes, hurricanes, floods, and other catastrophic events that are often viewed through a prophetic lens. For some, these are signs that something larger is at play in the universe. Natural disasters may serve as wake-up calls to society, prompting us to reassess our values, lifestyles, and relationship with the earth. They might be seen as symbolic of a cleansing or a purification process, aligning with certain prophecies about the earth going through trials before renewal can occur. These events, while devastating in their immediate impact, can also be interpreted as opportunities for spiritual awakening, where individuals and communities come together to heal, rebuild, and realign their priorities. In addition to global changes, there are spiritual shifts that often come with prophetic events. These might not be as physically dramatic as earthquakes or political upheavals, but they are no less significant. A spiritual shift could refer to a mass awakening, where individuals begin to experience a deeper connection to their faith, a more profound sense of purpose, or a change in consciousness that leads to societal transformations. For example, a revival of religious faith or a widespread shift toward environmental consciousness could be seen as part of a spiritual prophecy. These shifts often feel like an inner calling, something that stirs deep within the heart and soul of those who are open to receiving it. They inspire people to change their ways, pursue higher ideals, and contribute to a more just and compassionate world. Prophetic events can also take a more personal form. These are prophecies or predictions that directly affect individuals or smaller groups, and they may come in many forms. Some people may experience personal prophecies through dreams, visions, or intuitive feelings that something significant is about to happen in their lives. These personal prophecies might involve career changes, relationships, health issues, or other aspects of life that are perceived as divinely guided. People who experience these prophecies may feel a sense of urgency or inevitability about the changes that are coming. For them, the prophecy feels like a calling, a divine instruction to prepare for something that cannot be avoided. Personal prophecies often come from others as well. These might be individuals who claim to have prophetic insights, such as spiritual leaders, prophets, or religious figures who convey messages about someone's future. These types of prophecies are often deeply personal, guiding individuals towards specific actions or choices that align with a higher purpose. They may be seen as divine guidance meant to direct people toward their true path in life. These prophecies can be uplifting, inspiring, and life-changing, but they can also be overwhelming if not approached with the right mindset. The key to embracing personal prophecies lies in understanding their purpose and how they fit into the broader narrative of one's life. There is another layer to prophetic events that we must understand, and that is why they are important for mental preparation. Understanding prophetic events is crucial because without this understanding we risk being blindsided by the emotional and psychological impact they can have. When we are faced with prophetic events, whether they are large-scale global events or personal moments in our lives, we often experience feelings of uncertainty, fear, and even excitement. These emotions are normal, but they can easily spiral out of control if we aren't mentally prepared for them. When you understand what prophetic events are and why they are happening, you can approach them with a sense of calm and clarity. You won't be caught off guard by the emotional upheaval they might bring. Instead, you will be able to process them in a way that allows you to navigate the changes with resilience. Mental preparation helps you to see these events not as something to fear, but as something to embrace. By knowing that these events are part of a larger divine plan, you can trust that there is purpose in the challenges and upheavals that may come your way. Additionally, understanding the nature of prophetic events can help you manage the fear and anxiety that often accompany them. When you know that change is coming, whether in your personal life or on a global scale, you can begin to take proactive steps to prepare mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. This preparation might include strengthening your faith, cultivating inner peace, or surrounding yourself with a supportive community that shares your beliefs. It's about building the mental strength necessary to remain grounded, no matter what external events may unfold. Being prepared mentally for prophetic events also means that you will have the tools to help others when they need it. As you develop a deeper understanding of the nature of these events, you will be in a better position to offer support and guidance to those around you who might be struggling. Prophetic events can be overwhelming for many, and having a clear perspective on what is happening can allow you to provide comfort and reassurance to others who are uncertain or afraid. As we've discussed, prophetic events can be personal or global, and they can stir up powerful emotions. Understanding what they are and why they happen gives you the foundation you need to face them with strength. But the next step is learning how to mentally prepare for them. In the next section, we'll explore how you can develop the mindset that will help you navigate prophetic events with peace and resilience. By understanding the nature of these events, you are already one step ahead in preparing for whatever comes your way. Now let's dive into how you can strengthen your mental and emotional state so that you can face these events with confidence. When it comes to preparing mentally for prophetic events, the first step is to build a strong foundation of faith. Faith is often the cornerstone of how we navigate life's challenges, and it becomes even more crucial when we face events that may seem overwhelming or uncertain. Prophetic events, by their very nature, often invoke feelings of fear and anxiety. They may signal times of upheaval or significant change, and without the strength of faith, it's easy to feel lost or unsettled. Therefore, strengthening your faith is the first and most essential step in preparing your mind for such events. To build strong faith, one must first engage in practices that nurture and deepen that faith. Prayer is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal. Through prayer, you can directly communicate with the divine, expressing your concerns, your fears, and your hopes. Prayer can also serve as a reminder that you are not alone, and that there is a higher power guiding you through life's challenges. Whether you pray in the morning, at night, or during moments of uncertainty, taking time to connect with your faith regularly will strengthen your resolve and provide the emotional resilience needed to face prophetic events. Meditation is another practice that helps in building faith. Meditation allows you to quiet your mind, remove distractions, and focus on the present moment. It's during these moments of stillness that we often receive clarity, comfort, and a deeper connection to our faith. Meditation can help you tap into a sense of inner peace that isn't reliant on external circumstances. It is within this peace that you will find the strength to confront the uncertainty that often accompanies prophetic events. Additionally, meditation allows you to listen more intently to your intuition and the messages you may be receiving, whether they come from within or as signs from the divine. Engaging with religious communities can also significantly strengthen your faith. Whether you attend church, participate in group prayer, or engage in spiritual study groups, being part of a supportive religious community provides a sense of belonging. In times of prophetic events, these communities become invaluable. You can share your experiences, exchange insights, and find comfort knowing that others are walking the same path. There is strength in numbers, and when you align yourself with others who share your faith, you build a network of support that helps to reinforce your beliefs and spiritual practices. The second step in mental preparation is to reduce anxiety and fear. When faced with prophetic events, it's natural to feel anxious or fearful. These events can stir up emotions related to the unknown, uncertainty about the future, or even concerns about personal safety or well-being. However, it is essential to manage these feelings so that they don't overwhelm you. Anxiety and fear can cloud your judgment, prevent you from seeing things clearly, and undermine your ability to respond effectively. Learning to manage these emotions is critical in preparing your mind for the challenges ahead. One of the best ways to reduce anxiety is through patience. Patience is the practice of trusting that everything unfolds in its own time. Often when we hear about prophetic events, we may feel an urgent need to react, to make decisions, or to prepare for something that hasn't yet happened. However, prophetic events by their nature are often not immediate. They may unfold gradually over time. Patience allows you to stay calm, to avoid rushing into decisions based on fear, and to wait for the clarity that will inevitably come. Trusting in the timing of the event will help to keep anxiety at bay and allow you to remain grounded as things unfold. Mindfulness is another essential practice in reducing anxiety and fear. Mindfulness is about staying present in the moment and acknowledging your thoughts and feelings without judgment. When we face uncertain or frightening situations, our minds often race with what-if scenarios. Mindfulness helps you observe these thoughts without letting them control you. It's about bringing yourself back to the present moment and focusing on what is real and within your control. By practicing mindfulness, you learn to detach from the worry and fear that often arise when thinking about prophetic events. Instead of focusing on the potential outcomes or the unknown, mindfulness teaches you to live in the now and to handle each moment as it comes. Another critical aspect of reducing anxiety is cultivating inner peace. Inner peace doesn't mean that you won't experience difficulties or challenges. Rather, it means that no matter what is happening externally, you are at peace internally. Inner peace can be cultivated through a combination of faith practices, self-reflection, relaxation techniques, and creating space for moments of stillness. When you have inner peace, you can remain calm even when the world around you feels chaotic. This peace is what will help you navigate prophetic events with clarity, ensuring that you are able to respond with confidence rather than fear. The third step in preparing mentally for prophetic events is to seek support from a community. No one is meant to face life's challenges alone, and this is especially true when it comes to prophetic events. Having a strong support system in place can provide emotional relief, offer guidance, and help you feel less isolated. In times of uncertainty, having a group of like-minded individuals who share your values and beliefs is incredibly powerful. Your support system could come from family members, friends, or even members of your religious community. Having open discussions about prophetic events with others can provide you with new perspectives, ideas, and emotional validation. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the weight of prophetic events, but when you have others to lean on, you can find strength and comfort. These relationships can also help you process your emotions, provide practical advice, and encourage you to stay the course when things get tough. In times of prophetic events, it's also important to seek out spiritual mentors or guides. These are individuals who have walked a similar path and who can offer wisdom, support, and guidance. Whether it's a pastor, spiritual leader, or someone with experience in prophetic matters, having a mentor who understands the intricacies of prophetic events can help you navigate these times with greater ease. They can provide reassurance when you're uncertain, offer scriptural or spiritual insights to guide your path and remind you of the bigger picture when the details seem overwhelming. Additionally, sharing your journey with a trusted group or community can help you feel more connected to others who are facing similar challenges. This mutual support strengthens bonds and encourages a collective spirit of faith. It's a reminder that you are not alone in your journey and that there are others who are walking alongside you in their own unique way. Now that we've discussed how to prepare mentally for prophetic events through building strong faith, reducing anxiety and fear, and seeking support from a community, we can move on to strategies for maintaining a steady mindset during these events themselves. Once the prophetic events begin to unfold, the real test is how you handle them in real time. How do you keep your mind steady when everything around you is in flux? What steps can you take to ensure that you remain grounded and focused in the midst of uncertainty? In the next section, we will explore the strategies that will help you maintain that steady mindset and face prophetic events with resilience, clarity, and inner peace. Understanding how to stay calm in the midst of turbulence is crucial, and we'll be covering exactly how you can develop this ability moving forward. Let's now take a look at how you can stay strong when the prophetic events begin to unfold. Maintaining a steady mindset during prophetic events is crucial because these moments often bring unexpected changes and challenges that can shake our sense of stability. The key to navigating such times with grace and clarity is to focus on the bigger purpose, embrace change with courage, and maintain positive daily habits. Let's dive into these 3 essential steps that will help you stay emotionally balanced and spiritually grounded as you face prophetic events. The first step in maintaining a steady mindset is to focus on the bigger purpose. Prophetic events, whether personal or global, are often a reflection of a larger divine plan. They are not random or meaningless occurrences, but rather they serve a higher purpose, one that can lead to spiritual growth, deeper self-awareness, and even societal transformation. Understanding that these events are part of a bigger picture helps you gain perspective, allowing you to approach them with a sense of peace, rather than fear or confusion. When we face moments of uncertainty, it's easy to become consumed by the immediate emotions and challenges at hand. Prophetic events can be overwhelming because they often force us to confront change and uncertainty in ways we're not prepared for. However, by focusing on the bigger purpose behind these events, we can shift our mindset from a place of fear to a place of hope and faith. These events are meant to move us forward in our spiritual journey, to refine our character, and to guide us toward greater understanding of our role in the world. For example, consider the story of a person who faces a personal crisis such as a career change or relationship upheaval. On the surface, this event may seem disruptive and unsettling, but if we look at the bigger picture, we can see how such a shift might lead to personal growth, a stronger sense of purpose, and a deeper connection to our spiritual path. In the same way, larger global prophetic events such as social or political upheavals might seem chaotic at first, but they often signal a shift in consciousness that will ultimately lead to positive change. By focusing on the bigger purpose, we can navigate these events with a sense of trust, knowing that there is a divine plan at work even when we don't understand all the details. The second step in maintaining a steady mindset is to embrace change with calmness. Change is one of the most inevitable aspects of life, and yet it's also one of the hardest things for many of us to accept. Prophetic events often bring significant change, whether it's a personal transformation or a societal shift. The natural instinct is to resist change, to cling to the familiar, and to try to avoid the discomfort that comes with the unknown. However, resisting change only leads to greater stress and anxiety. The key to staying steady during prophetic events is to accept change and face it with courage and an open heart. Embracing change does not mean that you won't feel discomfort or fear. It's perfectly natural to feel apprehensive when facing the unknown. However, embracing change means that you're willing to accept the process and trust that it will lead to something better in the long run. Instead of fighting against the current, you learn to flow with it, understanding that every change, no matter how difficult, has the potential to bring about growth, healing, and transformation. This mindset allows you to approach prophetic events with calmness, knowing that change is an essential part of life's natural cycle. One way to embrace change with calmness is to remind yourself that nothing in life stays the same forever. Just as the seasons change, so too do the circumstances of our lives. Every phase of life comes with its own set of challenges, but it also brings new opportunities for growth and expansion. By shifting your perspective to see change as an opportunity, Rather than a threat, you can face prophetic events with greater courage and resilience. Change, when embraced with a positive attitude, can lead to profound breakthroughs and new beginnings. The third step in maintaining a steady mindset is to maintain positive daily habits. The small habits we cultivate in our daily lives play a significant role in how we respond to larger events. During prophetic events, it's easy to become overwhelmed by the enormity of the situation and lose sight of the daily practices that keep us grounded. However, maintaining positive habits like prayer, reflection, and self-care is essential for staying emotionally balanced during times of change. Prayer is one of the most powerful daily practices for maintaining a steady mindset. Regular prayer connects you to your faith, helping you stay centered and focused on your spiritual path. It is during prayer that you can find peace, clarity, and guidance, especially during times of uncertainty. Whether it's a short prayer in the morning to set your intentions for the day, or a longer prayer of gratitude and surrender in the evening, prayer serves as a constant reminder that you are not alone. You're connected to something much larger than yourself, and this connection provides strength and reassurance during difficult times. Reflection is another key practice for maintaining a steady mindset. Taking time each day to reflect on your thoughts, emotions, and experiences allows you to process your feelings and gain perspective. Reflection helps you understand the lessons that prophetic events are trying to teach you, and it provides clarity on how to move forward. Journaling, meditation, or simply sitting in quiet contemplation can help you connect with your inner wisdom and guide you through the challenges that arise. Reflection also helps you stay aware of your emotional state, allowing you to address any fears or anxieties before they escalate. Self-care is also essential during times of prophetic events. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being ensures that you have the energy and resilience needed to navigate difficult situations. Self-care can include practices like exercise, eating well, getting enough rest, and engaging in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. When you take care of yourself, you are better equipped to handle the stress and uncertainty that may come with prophetic events. By prioritizing self-care, you build a strong foundation of well-being that supports you during challenging times. Maintaining a steady mindset is a long-term process, and it requires consistent effort. It's not enough to simply prepare for prophetic events. You must continue to cultivate a steady mindset as the events unfold. It's easy to become distracted or overwhelmed by the immediate circumstances, but by focusing on the bigger purpose, embracing change with courage and maintaining positive daily habits, you create a strong foundation for resilience. As you move through each day, these practices will help you stay centered, calm, and steady in the face of uncertainty. To wrap up, maintaining a steady mindset during prophetic events is not just about reacting in the moment. It's about preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for whatever comes your way. By focusing on the larger purpose of these events, embracing change with an open heart, and maintaining daily practices that nourish your mind and soul, you can navigate even the most challenging prophetic events with grace and peace. Remember, change is a natural part of life, and every prophetic event, no matter how difficult, carries the potential for growth and transformation. Stay grounded in your faith, embrace the process, and know that you have everything you need to face whatever the future holds. As we come to the end of this video, let's quickly recap the 3 main points we've discussed today: understanding prophetic events, preparing mentally for them, and maintaining steadiness during them. First, we explored the nature of prophetic events, which are those occurrences that hold significant meaning either on a personal level or in a broader societal context. These events can range from personal experiences that shape our lives to global shifts that alter the course of history. Understanding these events is key because it gives us a framework to make sense of what might feel like chaos or confusion. Recognizing that these events often serve a higher purpose, whether it's spiritual growth or societal transformation, allows us to approach them with clarity instead of fear. When we see them as part of a divine plan or a natural cycle of change, we can begin to shift our perspective and navigate them with greater ease. Next, we discussed mental preparation for prophetic events. Mental preparation is not just about anticipating change, it's about cultivating the strength and resilience to face whatever challenges come our way. By building a strong foundation of faith through prayer, meditation, and engagement with our religious communities, we prepare ourselves to handle the emotional and spiritual demands of these events. Reducing anxiety and fear through patience, mindfulness, and inner peace is also crucial. When we are mentally prepared, we can stay calm and focused even in the midst of uncertainty. And finally, we talked about the importance of seeking support from others, whether it's from family, friends, or a religious community. Having a support system in place ensures that we don't have to face these challenges alone and provides the encouragement we need to stay grounded. Finally, we explored the strategies for maintaining steadiness during prophetic events. The key to maintaining a steady mindset is to focus on the bigger purpose of these events. By reminding ourselves that these events are part of a larger divine plan, we can approach them with hope and trust instead of fear and doubt. We also discussed the importance of embracing change with calmness. Change is inevitable, and while it's natural to feel uneasy about it, we can face it with courage and open hearts. And most importantly, maintaining positive daily habits like prayer, reflection, and self-care is essential for staying emotionally balanced and resilient. By nurturing these habits, we ensure that we are spiritually, mentally, and physically prepared for whatever prophetic events may unfold. Now I want to encourage you to take these methods and apply them to your own life. Facing prophetic events, whether they are personal or global, requires strength, positivity, and resilience. But with the right mental preparation and a steady mindset, you can face these events with courage and confidence. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. You have the power to shape your response, and by understanding the bigger purpose behind these events, embracing change and maintaining positive habits, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. If you found value in this video, I encourage you to like and share it with your friends and loved ones. These are powerful tools that can help anyone who is facing uncertainty or change in their lives. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated on more content about faith, mental preparation, and overcoming life's challenges. We'll continue to explore how we can navigate life's ups and downs with resilience, positivity, and a deep connection to our faith. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Remember, no matter what prophetic events lie ahead, you have everything you need within you to face them with strength and grace.